Welcome back to episode 2 of Build Review, a series where we take viewer submitted builds. I run them through true Maliwan Takedown, and then at the end I give my thoughts on them and let you guys know how great the build is. Today's build we will be featuring Kamika-Zane by Garwood. It is a build that involves going into fight for your life and getting back up over and over again using the distributed denial capstone and the stinger shield. So this is a very interesting one that I think a lot of you guys are going to enjoy. Now real quick before we get into the video, you guys already know to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel for more Borderlands 3 videos. Also leave a comment down below about what you think about this build after you watch the build review, because this is a really interesting one. One other thing is we do gotta shout out Garwood. He is the creator of this build, and this is the build we're gonna be reviewing today. So you guys see his YouTube up on the video right now. Also, it'll be in the pinned comment down below, and go check him out on Twitch too. So yeah, you guys can go check out Garwood. Now with all that being said and out of the way, let's go over the build before we run it through true Maliwan Takedown. Like I said, this is a build using the distributed denial capstone. Now there's pretty much just a couple pieces to this build that we need. In the green tree we need brain freeze, we need calm, cool, collected, 1 point in refreshments always helps, and then the distributed denial capstone. It kind of doesn't matter what other skills you take along the way. Some really good ones are really expensive jackets for getting rid of dots. Rise to the occasion can help keep your health up. Ready for action's a great skill, but it really doesn't matter. You guys can take whatever skills you want to get to distributed denial, and these are just the ones that Garwood chose. The distributed denial capstone has an interesting interaction with Nova shields. When we throw our barrier, the stinger shield won't trigger until we go in, until the barrier depletes, basically. So what we're doing is we're using a pestilence nova to deplete our barrier and trigger that nova. So this is a fight for your life build, and that's why it is called Kamika-Zane. So it's really, really interesting. So basically we went down into double barrel because number one, Old U is going to help us get out of fight for your life, and the clone himself is just very powerful. He's going to help us get out of fight for your life. We're not really using any actual guns in this build, which is why I think Garwood took like a ghost. I think it's kind of a meme. You know, this isn't really a great skill. I think he took it because it really doesn't matter what skills you take in this build. We're basically just abusing interactions between distributed denial and nova shields. And I would like to point out, I do think Trick of the Light is actually a little bit better. If enemies aren't focusing on you, then this will add damage to your pestilence novas, to your stinger novas, and just everything like that. Now besides that, we obviously want to grab all of the clone skills. Now the clone and double barrel is great for doing damage, but you know, we kind of want to focus on going down into fight for your life and getting back up. So it doesn't matter if you take fractal frags in this build. Like all these skills just really don't matter, which is kind of funny. And finally into the red tree, getting violent momentum and getting death follows close. This is going to give us the most gun damage bonuses that Zane has pretty much, and we are going to be using the face puncher sometimes as well. One thing I do want to say about the class mod real quick is it doesn't matter which one you are using. I will actually just toss on a Shockerator for this run through. You're really just looking for splash and melee bonuses. It really does not matter what class mod you're using in this build because we're not even using the blue tree that much. So yeah, the Sea Undead class mod doesn't really matter. Now with that all being said, let's cover Garwood's weapon choices in this build. Number one is the face puncher. Since we are using the stinger shield, we are using some melee artifacts and melee bonuses on our class mod. Now, so the face puncher is just going to complement all that. Next, we are using the pestilence, and it's because of what I just showed you a second ago. We're going to use the pestilence to stick ourselves into fight for your life. And on top of that, just so you guys know, the pestilence nova gets mayhem scaling. So it actually does some pretty good damage. If you actually want to spam pestilence novas, you can kill enemies that way too. We have an eruption on us. This isn't necessary for the build, but it's pretty nice to debuff bosses and stuff like that. It's always nice to have this gun on you. And finally, we have the Sandhawk. Now, you don't need, the anointment doesn't matter on the Sandhawk. We're actually not even using Sentinel, so that proves it. We're just gonna be giving a Cryo Sandhawk to the clone. When we give the Cryo Sandhawk to the clone, he's gonna freeze the heck out of enemies with this thing because he's doing so much damage and so much cryo damage. So that's the gun of choice for the Digi clone, and we're not gonna be using this gun at all, pretty much. Next, like I said, you're gonna want the Stinger Shield. Now, what's really interesting is you notice we don't have the action skill start anointment. Since we are gonna be consistently proccing our Stinger over and over again, we actually want action skill and damage. I believe if you already have action skill start, that's fine for this build because it will give you an extra Nova every time you shoot an action skill. But the action skill and elements actually add to Groundbreaker's damage, which we are also abusing as well. You know, the Stinger can trigger Groundbreaker, the Face Puncher can trigger Groundbreaker, the clone with a Face Puncher can also trigger Groundbreaker, and ASE elements also add to that damage. And finally, a recurring Hex Grenade. This is just gonna help freeze enemies with Brain Freeze. Finally, for the artifact, I have a couple different ones on me. We have some Atom Bomb White Elephants, Atom Bomb Static Charge, Icebreaker White Elephant, and Snowdrift White Elephant. You can really use your best melee artifact you can find. You can use Shock Stone, Fire Stone, Elemental Stone in general, just whatever you want. You're really looking for the White Elephant, which is important. On top of, or a Static Charge is also really good, but you really are just looking for those passives, melee damage, AoE, stuff like that. And with that all being said, that is the build. Let's go ahead and run this through true Maliwan Takedown, and I will give you guys my thoughts on this build. You guys are gonna see this is a really, really interesting one. All right, here's where the fun is. You're gonna wanna switch out of the pestilence as well, by the way, because things are gonna get a little bit sketchy sometimes. Like right there, I feel like I messed up a little bit. Nova to come back. All right, let's throw our barrier down. Pestilence. In and out of Fight for Your Life. And what's really interesting is with the Guardian rank skill, you notice that we actually get full health and full shields going in and out of Fight for Your Life. So it's really good for triggering Calm, Cool, and Collected over and over again. Let's go ahead and throw our barrier up there. Let's just see what happens. And that was a Groundbreaker that took out that Kraken. Alright, let's go ahead and just go in and Fight for Your Life. That's fine. I'm gonna get up with, oh, we gotta kill this guy. There we go. It's just really cool watching what this build can do. Alright, where's the next guy's gonna spawn? Up here. So let's do that. Fight for Your Life. There we go. Alright, clone with the Sandhawk, because that's his most powerful weapon, pretty much. It's because you notice I took myself up, right back into Fight for Your Life there, too. Alright, and the last one has to be the dogs, right? So let's go ahead. It's just so funny how this works. I just think it's so ridiculous how this build works. Alright, well, I scuffed that Valkyrie kill. But hey, that's okay. And that's why Ready for Action's nice, because it gets us topped off back. Alright, let's go ahead and just let Clone finish these guys. Yeah, you know, sometimes you mess things up, and that's why we got DigiClone for backup. See, there he goes. There he goes, there he goes. And let's get that last Valkyrie. Alright, coming onto the bridge, let's take out some of these other guys first. I'm gonna try to Pestilence Nova this one. Cool. Some Groundbreaker. Let's go ahead and get a Cloney boy out there. He's gonna help heal me with Salvation. He will trigger Calm, Cool, Collected. And we just wanna get in the biggest, we wanna toss our barrier in the largest group of enemies possible. You guys can even see our clone refreshed Calm, Cool, Collected for us. There we go, our clone did it again. Alright, that sucked. Let's toss that right there on that Hack Hound. Let's toss it right there. We just kind of throw our barrier out there and refresh things. Toss it right there, take out a big group of enemies over here. I actually kind of wonder how a Cryo Stinger would perform. Alright, you gotta be really careful going into Fight for Your Life. So, because we're going in and out of Fight for Your Life, our bar goes down super quick. So, you really want to make sure your clone's active if you're going in and out of Fight for Your Life a lot. But it happens. Let's go ahead and just run the bridge again. Alrighty, we're going back on the bridge. Clone up with a Sandhawk. Barrier, Pestilence, Explosions. Let's see. Where do we put barrier? I think right here. I think right here. Awesome. Clone, get us a freeze. Get us a freeze, clone. Nice. Alright, I think right here. Perfect. Clone got us a freeze. Oh. Okay. Death triggered our Nova. Alright, come on, Death. Death triggered our Nova again. So, it's really interesting gameplay loops you can go through here. Alrighty, guys, this is barely working, but we're making it. We are making it. Alright, starting the Wotan fight. Let's see how this Wotan fight goes. For some reason, I think our clone damage is going to carry us, though. Actually, wait, let's go ahead and get some action skill and corrosive. Let's go ahead and do that. So we should get right back up. Let's get clone to freeze one of these guys for us. Oh, it's a cryo heavyweight. Too many cryo heavyweights. Alright, that was actually unfortunate. Let's get a freeze ourselves. Nice. Okay, so we got that freeze off ourselves. Yeah, we ran him into cryo heavyweights. It's just unfortunate. Let's go ahead and do this. Wow. Look at all that damage it did to Wotan in one shot. Let's get him out of this phase. Alright, this one is going to be a little bit weird. Let's try this. Let's see what happens if we do this. So I'm just spamming pestilence novas. I'm just spamming pestilence novas here. Hold you, hold you, hold you! Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was risky. That was definitely risky. Just so you guys know. Ay, ay, ay. We gotta shoot this. We gotta shoot this. We need lifesteal. Alright, let's get clone out. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. We need our clone out. Where's my barrier? Come here. Alright, barrier's there. So let's go ahead and pestilence. Cool. Clone, I'm gonna toss on that stinger. Alright, that's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and finish off this dash commando. Cool. Let's get that in there. Ooh, our clone went down. This is actually kind of bad. Ay, ay, ay. No. Stop. This is bad. Alright, guys, I think this is it. Oh, no, we made it. We lived. We lived. We lived. Okay, I need a clone up. I need a clone up. Oh, my God. I'm just trying to get my barrier inside Wotan's double barrier phase. Get in there. Alright, we're good. Let's try to take out top F. Nice! Alright, so we have that weird fight for your life bug I was talking about. There's no way, chat. Oh, wait, I'm not streaming. There's no way, guys. There's no way we're doing it. Oh my god, we got up. There's actually no way. There's actually no way. Wow. Alright, yeah, so so somehow we're still alive. Run. Give me lifesteal. Alright, we're just gonna have to face puncher him. It's our only chance. I have no healing happening. Wait, I see health vials. Alright, we have a small chance here of winning. We have a small chance here of winning. Oh my god, that was the grind. That was the grind, but we did it. We did it, guys. Alrighty. So that was that was a wild ride, I gotta say. Let's talk about my thoughts on the build and changes I would make, if there's any. I'm not sure if there's many different changes, but I have a couple things I want to weigh in about this. All right, so first let's talk about the skill trees. Now, like I said actually beforehand, I don't know why we're using Leica Ghost. I think Garwood is just under the like the points don't really matter in this build. we're mainly using gear and pretty much just the interaction with Distributed Denial and Fight for Your Life with Nova Shields. So I think the points don't matter, and that's why he took Like a Ghost. I think this is like a troll pick, although I'd have to ask him about it. But, you know, Garwood will tell me in the comments down below, don't worry. So I think Trick of the Light is actually a little bit better than Like a Ghost, just considering that melee damage and like the Stinger Nova and all that will get Trick of the Light, only if enemies aren't targeting you. You know, this skill is hard to trigger sometimes, but I think it's a little bit better than Like a Ghost. And then when it comes to other skills in the skill tree otherwise, I think we are fine. There's, like I kind of said at the beginning, the points don't really matter that much. You guys even saw I did wear the Shockerator for this playthrough. I think Seeing Dead technically is the best or whatever, but once again, it just kind of doesn't matter. Although, Seeing Dead with Salvation, especially for the bossing at the end there, that probably does make this the best pick technically, and this will give you the most gun damage and whatnot for your Face Puncher, and yeah. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is the action skill start Stinger. Now, Garwood has told me that like bonus elements do get applied to Groundbreaker, and they also go into Groundbreaker, so I believe it double dips bonus elements, although I'll have to double check on that. But it basically allows you to get more damage with Groundbreaker. The thing is, though, action skill start Stinger is giving us twice the Novas, if not like more than that sometimes, because like when we deploy our clone, that gives us a Nova with action skill start. I think for mobbing, for sure, action skill start probably is the way to go. Yeah, when it comes to anything else in the build, though, it's pretty solid and pretty well put together. Like I mentioned, you got to be really careful going in and out of Fight for Your Life so many times. If you ever get like knocked into Fight for Your Life at the end of a fight or something, without your clone up, you're gonna die. When you're going into Fight for Your Life, you better be ready to spam old U just in case, or especially using the Guardian rank Too Angry to Die. I think this is required for this build, just so you guys know. There's no way I would be able to like be in Fight for Your Life so much without Too Angry to Die. I think it's required for this build, just so you guys know. And yeah, so that is pretty much it, and that's my thoughts on this build. It's super interesting and super unique, and we had a clutch moment there at the end, which was kind of crazy. But yeah, guys, that is my review of this build. It's pretty awesome. It's really unique, and he actually made use out of Distributed Denial, which I made a video about previously on how bad that skill is. So the fact that Garwood found a use for it is pretty awesome. And Garwood's pretty unique. You guys should definitely go check him out. Link is on the video once again. For those of you who haven't checked him out, first of all, for those of you who have checked him out, comment down below how awesome Garwood is. Convince everyone else who watches this video to go drop him a follow and a subscribe. I've been friends with Garwood, and we have been like, we've been collabing since before Seeing Dead came out. I've made videos with Garwood like a month or two after this game came out, so you guys seriously should go check him out. And yeah, that's enough shoutouts for him. Like my video and subscribe to my channel too. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, seriously do it. But anyways, guys, I had a lot of fun making this video, as you can tell. So we're gonna go ahead and cut it right there. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.